Every grocery store looks like this. Look at this. Can't even get no food for my kids, G. Came in the store to try to buy something because I'm not a thief. Babies need milk. Can't even get nothing for my kids, bro. I feel like an animal, and black people made me feel like an animal. Y'all did this to us. This is what we're fighting for. This is honoring George Floyd. People who already couldn't feed their kids, now they really can't feed their kids. I am so devastated right now. We do stupid shit like this all the time, and we so black proud. We so black and proud that we ain't gonna never be honest and be real about what's really going on. Everything's on the floor. Tissue. We couldn't even find tissue less than 2 months ago, and now it's on the floor. Look at it. Meanwhile, we got plenty of fruits and vegetables.
Wow. And let's be honest with ourselves. If CNN was reporting on this, they would say that the shelves are looted, but mostly stocked. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name is Zukerdowski here of WeAreChange.org, and there is a huge amount of wacky, crazy news domestically here inside of the United States that we're going to be talking about in this independent media broadcast. Lots of wild stuff, and only going to be getting a lot more wilder from here, especially with the bigger bombshells just presented by Elon Musk on Tucker Carlson, specifically about artificial intelligence. And the latest troll by Elon Musk against the Canadian government is also pretty epic. We're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. And the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast was highlighted once again by @ClownWorld, showing the insane situation that the people of Chicago are going through with many of their stores, private possessions, cars, and even innocent individuals being targeted for attack by mobs of individuals that are just recklessly destroying and beating them up. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, and even though there's utter pandemonium in Chicago, that's not getting a lot of media attention. What is getting a lot of media attention is an event that, of course, unfolded in Missouri, where a 16-year-old teenager was accidentally shot by a homeowner who was 84 years old after going over to the wrong house. Something that clearly looks like an accident, as the man who shot this teenager is really old. He's 84 years old. He looks like he even can't probably see out of one eye. And clearly what happened here is a tragedy, as this teenager was shot in the head and arm and somehow survived this entire incident. But the corporate media seems infatuated with this entire scenario and this situation, and they're talking about it a lot, as headlines read that black teenage boy, 16 years old, was shot by a white man, playing up, of course, on the racial tensions in this country already, trying to make them worse, and obviously trying to create another George Floyd-like situation that, of course, the ruling establishment is very desperate for. This, as it's pretty clear, especially after reading this article about this situation, there doesn't seem to be any kind of racial component here, and that hasn't stopped a huge swath of the corporate media from focusing on that single topic and issue, since of course they are interested in weaponizing division in this country. All of this is happening as, of course, there's just utter chaos on the streets of Chicago as massive mobs of teens take over the streets, loot businesses, burn cars, and also attacked innocent bystanders on the street. Like this video, which is too graphic and violent to show, and we will not be showing you here on this family-friendly broadcast, highlighting specifically of one woman being targeted and then viciously pummeled and attacked on video. Now, I think it's fair to say if the roles were reversed here, specifically amongst the races here, that this would be headline national news everywhere for many days, weeks, months, and even years ahead. It wasn't, and of course it's not getting this much attention, as we have crazy lunatic individuals like the former mayor of Chicago trying to excuse this entire situation, saying on social media that this, quote, carnage was not mayhem. Yes, that's what they're arguing right now. Hey, stop it, you're being unfair. That carnage? At least it wasn't mayhem, right, guys? That's literally the talking point of this failed mayor, who is replaced by another doofus in charge, who also is defending the rioters, the looters, and what looks like predominantly young children destroying things for absolutely no reason at all. Now, if there's a reason here, if there's a political cause here, sure, let me hear it out, but there's none of that. There's literally roving bands of teens being like, oh, let's just burn that car. Let's just beat up that poor woman by herself. Oh, let's just steal all this stuff in the store. No banners, no activism, nothing to even mask the brutality. And still, the political leadership in Chicago that has fomented a situation that is okaying this is defending it somehow. All of this as district attorneys financed by the same billionaires are excusing crime, letting criminals free, while of course going after people who dare to defend themselves, as even popular woke stores like REI are having to be forced to close their doors because of their overwhelming incidents of theft that they have to go through that is left unpunished. The store in that particular region spent $800,000 on security and still had huge amounts of theft that left it unable to operate. And as all of this is happening, I am very happy that the Federal Bureau of Investigations is going after pro-life peaceful activists. Yeah, there's that and a lot of other craziness happening in other states like Colorado and even in Washington state that I specifically want to talk about in a brand new uncensored video on LukeUnfiltered.com. If you haven't signed up to our members area yet, what are you waiting for? It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. You get a video almost every single day, access to other members, and we have a lot of really smart, incredible members that you get to interact with, that you get to meet in real life. We just did an in real life meetup here in Austin, Texas. It was freaking incredible. We're going to be doing another one shortly in Miami, Florida, and then probably somewhere else because these meetups are awesome and a very important way of having communities come together, build neighborhoods, and of course create a supporting network of individuals that are there to help be the best version of ourselves. We strive to do that with our content, with the information we provide, with the 3 masterclasses, with all the strategies that I release about financial news, with health and personal lifestyle choices, all of that, plus a lot more, all available right now on LukeUnfiltered.com. Sign up there, and I will see you there right after this video, as we have a lot of really crazy stuff to talk about that we cannot talk about here. All of this, as a lot of media attention right now is again on Tucker Carlson, as he just had another massive eye-opening interview with, of course, Elon Musk. In yesterday's video, we talked about one admission from Elon Musk talking about how the U.S. federal government is literally watching every private message you send. And a couple moments ago, Elon Musk released more information, more admissions that are definitely worth paying attention to. As Elon Musk talked about the skewed political spectrum in the United States, specifically detailing how Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook spent $400 million helping the Democrats in their last political election, highlighting a clear bias, which, according to him, also sees in the artificial intelligence space. As, of course, he also made a lot of eye-opening comments, specifically discussing how OpenAI is being, quote, trained to be politically correct and to lie to people and to counter this form of artificial intelligence. He is creating an alternative to it with Truth GPT, since the greater implications of artificial intelligence are very vast and will have many changes to our society, and Elon Musk argues that there needs to be a more fair, open source, democratic kind of artificial intelligence that is not heavily skewed in one political spectrum. And in that sense of understanding, I would have to absolutely agree with him, as of course he just launched a major artificial intelligence initiative, as he even went as far to describe how Google, specifically the Google co-founder Larry Page, once personally told him that he wants to build a digital god using artificial intelligence. And with the latest technological advancements, with the 4th industrial revolution, with quantum computing becoming more of a reality every single day if it already doesn't exist now, you could absolutely create a god-like entity on this earth using, of course, the latest technological advancements, with creating a digital super intelligence that would be vastly more superior than human intelligence. And here's the major argument laid out by Elon Musk that I think is worth paying attention to.
Put a lot of effort into creating this organization to serve as a counterweight to Google. And then I kind of took my eye off the ball, I guess, and they are now closed source, and they are obviously for profit, and they're closely allied with Microsoft. In effect, Microsoft has a very strong say, if not directly controls OpenAI at this point. So you really have an OpenAI Microsoft situation, and then Google DeepMind are the two sort of heavyweights in this arena.
So it seems like the world needs a third option.
Yes. So I think I will create a third option, although starting very late in the game, of course.
Yeah, and after watching that clip, the first thing that really comes to mind is this is the first artificial intelligence war that I think has already begun right now. One iteration of it is a very politically correct, a very biased, a very heavily manipulative artificial intelligence controlled by individuals that want to be gods. And in the other corner, you have something starting out very late, clearly an underdog here, with probably no major institutional government Pentagon help coming out of the woodwork, sponsored by Elon Musk, trying to be an honest counterweight and perspective to these two giants now in our online digital sphere, leaving us with the question, holy cow, how will this war go on? Who will be the winners and victors? How long will it go on? And will one artificial intelligence try to take out the other artificial intelligence? And I would have to say, I clearly do agree with Elon Musk that we do need a counterweight here, as of course the already existing artificial intelligence have been found to be extremely biased against political individuals, clearly have a more favor towards purporting the establishment narrative and agenda, rather than, of course, actually being a true source of democratic, republic-like information base that it should represent, as, of course, it is becoming something of a force to be reckoned with. And if we're going to be living a life with artificial intelligence as it is right now, we're going to be living a life where certain political expressions, certain political ideas are annihilated and destroyed because the algorithm was taught that it is absolutely horrible and cannot be tolerated. Clearly, there needs to be a counterweight to this larger perpetual technological advancement, and personally, I don't know about you, even though I'm a little bit skeptical, I'm happy that at least the conversation has been started here, and that there's at least an attempt to counterweight the clear, very bad Google and Microsoft initiatives that clearly have a bigger, larger agenda here that is probably far more nefarious than a lot of people realize. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. What do you think of Elon's statements here, his latest initiative here? Are you trustworthy of it? Well, let me know down in the comment section below. Press 1 if yes, you're fully on board. Press 2 if you're extremely skeptical. Let me know down in the comment section below. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys actively participating in this independent media broadcast, watching these videos, sharing them with your friends and family members, and because you do, this is why I'm here. This is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org. One more video coming your way later on today on LukeUnfiltered.com. See you there.